This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And I got my man Tony Crow with me. And ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks get their first win of the season over the Indiana Pacers. That was a beautiful win. I mean, listen, they got it back after getting blown out by the Boston Celtics. Came back tonight and blew out the Indiana Pacers in a really good game for the New York Knicks. The Knicks needed this one, baby. No doubt about it. Tony, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What's good, Sim? Shout out to the chat. Yo, Black is time. Sim, it feels different, right? It feels different with between the two games, how I feel after the game. This is a good win.
Yeah.
Good win, good bounce back.
Yeah. Great bounce back, man. Great bounce back. You know, the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, coming to their season opener versus the Indiana Pacers, and basically dominate the game. You know, I'm not gonna say from the first opening minute to the end of the game, but you know, by the time the end of the first quarter came around, the Knicks were, you know, pretty much doing their thing. Second quarter, they really took control of the game. You know, by halftime, it was a double-digit lead. By the third quarter, you know, it exploded and you know, to a 31-point lead or whatever it was, and the Knicks just dominated the rest of the game. And you know, this is the type of thing that Knicks fans was looking for. It's the type of thing Knicks fans wanted. We had a little bit of a scare with Deuce. I was like, no, we can't lose Deuce, right? Because the Knicks need as many bodies as possible right now. You know, Deuce, I mean, you know, Deuce is just
Josh
coming
Hart
into his
too
own.
looked like he pulled a hammy.
Yeah, you know, and that happens in the beginning of the season, like, right? Guys pull hammies and all kinds of wild stuff like that. Tony, what did you see from this game that you like?
Oh man, biggest standout, I guess, for me would be Mikal looked good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mikal looked good from first half and second half. You know what I mean? Got a little foul trouble. You know what I mean? We can't we can't sustain that against better teams, but we overcame it tonight. And yeah, he was the guy from. I mean, everybody did their thing. To be honest, all 5 starters, double digits. I think we had 4 or 5 people with 20 points. Or something. You know what I mean? Like something crazy like that. So yeah, we shared the wealth.
Yeah.
4 players with 20 points.
Right. Let's take a look at the box score. Right. And then, you know, kind of break down and talk about, you know, what we've seen from it, what it means and all, you know, this, that, and the third. Jalen Brunson, of course, led the way. 26 points for Jalen Brunson, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 21 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Josh Hart had 20 points. OG Anunoby had 14 points. Deuce McBride, 8 points off the bench. Cameron Payne, 7 points off the bench. 2 points for Jericho Sims off the bench. You know, so the Knicks starters get it done. Knicks scored 123 points. Not exactly sure how many starters scored, but, you know, there were no other players in double digits besides the starters. Deuce, maybe if he didn't go out a little bit early, maybe he would have. He only played 20 minutes. You know, maybe he would have gotten, you know, I'm sure he would have gotten into the double digits. But, just looking at that, like you said, good even scoring all the way around. You look at the shot selection, the shot field goal attempts. Jalen Brunson, 19. Mikal Bridges, 12. Karl Anthony Towns, 11. Josh Hart, 15. OG Anunoby, 12. right? Um, that's good. That's good all around basketball. The Knicks took 27 threes, right? 12 for
Mhm.
27 from the 3-point line. I don't know, 27 threes, is that enough
Nah,
today? Need more
it's
than that,
not.
right?
It's but I also think people played well offensively individually for the most part. I still think you know what I mean. Obviously, trying to figure each other out and build some chemistry. I think eventually we'll be playing at a faster pace, what'll give us more shot attempts. You know what I mean? Overall for the game,
Yeah. Um, 11 shots for Karl Anthony Towns, though.
not enough either.
Not enough, right? He had 9 shots last game, 11 shots tonight. Now, he had 21 points because he shot 45% from the field. You know, it was 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. And
Monster
and and
rebound.
and, okay, so I think we got to look at it like this though, too. We can look and say 11 field goal attempts, but he also had 10 free throw attempts, which
Hmm.
means those were field goal attempts. He got
Yeah,
fouled on those field goal attempts and went to the line. So, you could probably add 5 more field goal attempts to that. And that turns into 16 field goal attempts because he went to the line so many times.
that's true.
So that could be a little bit of a misnomer if I use the word right. We got any genius in the chat? Let me know if I use the word right. You know what I mean? Um, Looking at it though, concerns about the bench and the bench production. I mean,
I mean,
you're
it turned
talking
into
15, 17 points. No, wait a minute. Well, Tyler Kolek, but he's not even really in the rotation.
it turned into 8-man rotation, so
Yes, 8-man rotation, right? 15,
so
17 points off the bench.
so again, Deuce went out. Like you said, he probably would have had another 6 points or so. Um, yeah, I think. Are you asking? Am I concerned with the production? I'm more concerned with the usage. You know what I mean? And because a lot of those minutes, I honestly was garbage time, and one would argue they could have been in for a little bit earlier.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the bench. I ain't gonna lie. Deuce is gonna give you because, all right, Deuce is gonna give you production. 3 for 4 tonight. He only played 20 minutes. Deuce is averaging 20. I mean, not 20. Deuce is averaging double digits this year. He averaged
Hmm.
12 last year. I think he's averaging 16 or 17 this year, in my opinion. I do. After Deuce, we're not gonna get that kind of production from anyone. We've got to use, we got to use our starters mixed in with the bench. I'm a little concerned if Deuce goes down. I mean,
Oh,
how important to this team is Deuce right now?
I mean, he's the sixth starter. You know what I mean? He's the sixth man. Like, and not just saying that because see, we're looking for him to be sixth man of the year material. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah, you can't take away his scoring and his
yeah.
ability to play defense.
I mean, Deuce 2 years ago, riding the end of the bench, barely playing, to becoming, just as important as one of the starters on the team. That's how critical he is to this basketball team right now because of the lack of depth on the bench. It's a good thing the Knicks blew him out because Mount Mikal Bridges. No, I'm saying Josh Hart played 36 minutes. OG Anunoby 34. But Brunson 29 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns 32. Not crazy, crazy minutes for guys. You know what I mean?
No, it
Listen,
wasn't.
with the way this roster is right now, there's gonna be some nights. There's gonna be some nights where you're playing 39, 40 minutes. But right now, you know, they blow him out. Not that not crazy minutes, which is a good thing.
I mean that's why the reason I'm not concerned, because I trust McBride. You know what I mean? Campaign has shown me, as much as I wasn't a fan, you know what I mean? Every time he's played in like preseason to now in these games, he's showing me he can hold it down. If Purdy could squeeze in, you know what I mean? Like no knock on Jericho, you know what I mean? But I like what Purdy does every time he's on the floor. So I think we got enough. Precious be back soon. You know what I mean? I know how you feel about Thaddeus, so
I think Dottie should be playing, man. I think Dottie can get. I think he can add something. I think he can
if
add something.
anything
But
though, it's really Josh Hart is gonna need to play less for Thaddeus to get the minutes. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. You said Josh Hart?
I think so, because Mikal is seemingly the leader in the second unit. You know what I mean? Like that's when he gets to be the number one option. I don't see him necessarily taking minutes away from OG. So
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Tom Thibodeau historically has coached his best when the Knicks have a slim roster. Right.
yeah,
Right. So I'm expecting a good coaching job right now. I mean, but even when we get guys back, it's not like you're bringing stars back,
hmm
right? You're bringing role players back. Jason Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. He said the bench will improve with Mitch and Precious. Yeah, because Jericho Sims goes to the bench. I guess Precious will be out there with Mitch. The spacing is going to be terrible with that squad, but
maybe you mix them up. You don't necessarily have to have them playing alongside each other. And who knows if we see the Mitch cat pairing,
yeah, I'm
which
interested. I'm
which
interested.
which makes
I'm interested
which
in that
makes
right there.
I am too. I am
I know
too.
people are looking and say, well, Rudy Gobert and Cat, but this might be a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the same. They're both defensive centers. Both kind of demand the same spaces. I don't
What
know.
it what it does though, I mean, obviously it shrinks the floor for everybody else, but Cat is still bringing a bigger weight. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right. Cat is bringing a big away. Everyone else is on the perimeter. There should be endless lobs for Mitch or
mhm.
open 3-point shots in the corner
And offensive rebounds.
and offensive rebounds. When this team is fully healthy, it's such a good mix of size, guards, scoring punch off the bench. Still a little bit concerned with that. Even when Mitch and what you call comes back, because Shamit was supposed to help with that scoring punch off the bench. If you're not going to use Dottie, Shamit was part of that scoring punch. You know what I mean? And so, if he's able to come back and be part of the team, and you get that scoring punch back, good.
I think it's all gonna be like tonight. I think it's all gonna be based off of Tibbs trusting him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gotta earn their trust.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know what I mean, these guys are really only gonna get minutes in blowout situations when Tibbs is comfortable that the game is out of reach. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it is what it is right now. And these guys move back in the depth chart as a Precious comes back, as eventually Mitchell Robinson comes back. So, I mean, let's hope the starters get their chemistry and offense clicking on a consistent level to where they smacking teams,
Right.
and these guys can get their experience.
Right.
that way. Otherwise, it's going to be situational. And I say that not in the sense like when we talk about it so negatively, but yeah, foul trouble situations, somebody's out a game, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Deuce had to go get checked on in the back, you know what I mean? Situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think it's going to be tough. Like they really think about it. Everybody who's been here already has a head start as far as what Tibbs has seen with them in practice.
Right.
These guys are relatively new. You know what I mean? Well,
Right.
they're new. So they're going to have to really earn it.
Right. Yeah. Pacers were led in scoring by Ben Mathurin, 20 points off the bench. Tyrese Halliburton scoreless tonight. Nemhard, 2 points tonight. Miles Turner, 13 points and 7 rebounds. Pascal Siakam, 12 points and 5 rebounds. Aaron Naismith, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Walker off the bench had 12 points. Isaiah Jackson had 10 points. TJ McConnell had 7 points. Obi had 8 points. You know, but only 98 points for the Pacers tonight.
I think they said they was kept under 100 3 times last year.
Yeah, 98 points for the Pacers. Are the Knicks this much better than the Pacers? Or
Nah,
is
you
it
can't.
just, early season stuff?
Yeah, it's game 2. Just like when we lost, you know what I mean, the Boston game 1. This game 2, obviously you don't expect Halliburton to put up zeros, you know what I mean, in the shooting department. So yeah, they're better than they played tonight. Like think about it. Arguably, their 2 best players tonight was off the bench.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Jason Benjamin, again, thank you for the super chat. He said that Bridges will be the scoring punch on the bench. He also said, I thought Bridges' shot was broke. Question mark. He's a bucket. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, he'll play with the bench and score with the bench. But, I'd like to see someone else that can relieve some of that pressure from Bridges too. When they're on the bench. Obviously, Deuce would be out there with him, but it'd be nice to have another guy, that can provide some of that scoring punch. When Shamet comes back, we'll see if he comes back to this team, we'll see if, that's what it is. Jason Benjamin again said, is it me or does what's his face? Huck Porty have some nastiness to him? Yeah, he does have a little nastiness to him.
That was a mean left-handed block.
He does have a little nastiness to him. He does. He does, without a doubt. Taking a look at the game stats tonight. Knicks win the game 123-98. They win the rebounding battle 49-46. As a matter of fact, the Knicks, let's go back to this for a second, 11 offensive rebounds tonight for the Knicks.
Yeah, Cat had 15 rebounds, right? I know he had at least 2 offensive.
Yeah, he had 4 offensive rebounds.
There you go.
Yeah, 4 offensive rebounds tonight.
That was the most impressive thing for me with Cat tonight. You know what I mean? Like he was in the paint. You know what I mean? He was snatching boards. That's what I want him to do. Mix it up. Be a threat wherever you are on the court. You know what I mean? Make your presence felt. He did that tonight.
Right. Now, the Knicks only had 19 assists. Pacers had 28. Any concerns with you about the assist totals?
Well, that's what I was saying about. It felt like everybody played well individually. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't necessarily us at our peak. We haven't found that full chemistry amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll come in time. You know what I mean? Right now, we're just figuring out how to win, and that's the most important thing. I think the assists should go up.
Yeah,
should get better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As we get more accustomed to each other.
Yeah. 8 steals for the Pacers, 5 for the Knicks, 6 blocks for the Pacers, 4 for the Knicks. Only 11 turnovers for the Knicks, 15 for the Pacers. The Knicks shoot 52.4% from the field. They shoot 44.4% from the 3-point line tonight. Still only 29 shots or 27 or 29 shots, whatever it was.
From 3?
From 3.
From 3. 29, I think.
Yeah, I think we probably want to see more than that The Pacers,
10%.
10% from the 3-point line. That's crazy. That's insane.
Was it three
That's
for
insane,
30?
bro. That's nuts. That's nuts. Shot
So
10%,
I
bro.
think Monica McNutt said it after the game. She was like, "It's pretty ironic how the 3-point shot was such a big part of our win and our loss.
Right. Right.
One team couldn't miss, you know what I mean, and one team couldn't make it."
Yeah. Now the Knicks 79% from the free throw line, 65% from the free throw line for the Pacers. The Pacers, when the points in the paint though, was that 70-54. I want to talk about the points in the paint for the Knicks. Second chance points, Knicks 11, Pacers 10. Fast break points, the Knicks 14, the Pacers 13 points. But let's talk about points in the paint. 54 points tonight for the Knicks in the paint. Do you think the Knicks need to get more traction in the paint?
I think Brunson's the only guy that can do that like by himself. Like you know what I mean? Kind of break down the defense, get in the paint, collapse the defense. I mean, but who we getting that from? Not for nothing. And I ain't mad at it because I love Mikel's game, and I feel like the mid range is a lost art. But he's a mid range guy. You know what I mean? Like he's not really breaking down and going to the basket as much as he is pulling up. But that shot is money for him, so it's a good shot. But yeah, nobody else is breaking down and getting into the paint other than Brunson. So I don't know how much. So it's gonna be off of cuts. You know what I mean? Off of offensive rebound, putbacks. We have that in our arsenal, and again, that'll get better as we get more accustomed to each other.
It will. That'll get better
I mean?
because Cat is a good passer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So once we start to learn how to cut around them, which off ball screens for a cut to the basket, those type of things start to really mix into the offense. Hopefully we'll see more attacks to the rim. It doesn't have to be off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be off the dribble, but attacks, different ways to attack the rim. Cat can attack the rim too.
But even now, like most of our points in the paint, most of our points in the paint are like pump fake from the 3-point line, open lane to the basket. Obviously, Brunson penetrating or these cuts. You know what I mean? We've already seen a lot of the cuts, backdoor passes within the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. It's not polished yet. You know what I mean? It's not like a staple of our offense. Because we've also seen them in bad passes leading to turnovers. So I think once everything gets cleaned up, you know what I mean, we'll be fine. Yeah. At least we have the personnel and the opportunity to, you know what I mean?
Right. More strikes at the rim would be nice though. And Cat can do it. We've seen him pump fake and go to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to step around people and lay it up. You know what I mean? When he gets more comfortable playing with everybody, when everybody gets more comfortable playing together, we'll see more of it. We'll see more attacks to the rim. And then that should open up even more 3-point shooting. My man Josh, Uncle Fulio in the chat, just said 27 3-point attempts tonight. Still not enough in my opinion, but good win. Right. And hopefully if we can get more attacks to the rim, we can open up that 3-point line so we can get, 35, 37 3-point attempts per night, maybe. We should be able to shoot it from 3. But those things will come naturally, I think.
Josh was aggressive, which was great to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He ain't hit the 3, but he ain't hesitate, which I think that changes the dynamic. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to respect him a little bit, and eventually he start hitting them. You know what I mean? We know he's done it before, so
right. We see people calling for the first Losers Lounge of the season, Tony. Losers Lounge time from Rogelio. Hopefully I said his name right. Rogelio Cooper. King Ribby. Losers Lounge pending. Yes, pending. Losers Lounge is coming up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Losers Lounge is coming up tonight. Um, I mean, if anything, that's what I would like to see more of. Just from what we've seen tonight, I would like to see more of the more strikes, more penetration to the basket. And it's in different ways. It doesn't have to be off the dribble.
Macau in the post tonight. A couple,
Yep.
at least three post ups.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And he's a little stronger in that post than he's skinny, but he's a little stronger in that post than it seems like he would be. He uses his body well.
And he got the long arms, so that high release is, you know what I mean? It's difficult to block, even if you you know what I mean? Even if the strength is not the advantage. But again, he got in that paint and posted, and I seen a couple double teams tonight on Macau. You know what I mean? That's a good, you know what I mean? Another good sign. Somebody collapsing the defense. So yeah, that's another option though, with points in the paint. You know what I mean? So I think we got a bunch of options that once everything gets polished up, we'll be good.
Yeah.
See him talking trash, get Halliburton off me. You know what I mean? Talking to the crowd, Brunson talking to the crowd. I ain't gonna say what Brunson said because it was some. But if you saw it, you saw it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just great win by the Knicks tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Great win. If you want to call in, please give us a call. 516-362-5212. We got a few minutes before we get to the Losers Lounge. All right, give us a call. I want to hear your opinion, your thoughts on tonight's game. I don't know. How do you feel after tonight's win over the Indiana Pacers? Right? Is this what you expected? Do you expect more? Are there still things out there that you want to see? From obviously there's there's a lot that we still have to see, but did you get a good glimpse tonight of what this team could be, or do you think we just kind of like what happened to us in Boston? We had the energy in the building. Give us a call, ladies and gentlemen. 516-362-5212. What do you think? Just any key plays, the key decisions of the game. What do you think?
Key plays or key decisions. I mean, I can't think of a play in particular. But that stretch with Macau, you know what I mean? I want to say the first quarter, right? Because he picked up the third foul at the end of the first. You know what I mean? So that's just stretch where he kind of took over early. Was nice to see him in the post, but I think that was more in the second half. But him in the post, no, that was the first quarter too. So yeah, I mean, Macau in the post, him just taking over the game at a point. So no in particular play, but just you know what I mean, the play.
Okay, I think I don't know if there's any key plays. I don't know if there's anything in particular as far as plays or decisions, but I think that I think the key was getting their ass whipped against Boston.
I think
that was the key to tonight. Like, you came in, there's a lot of expectations, blah, 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 blah. You get your ass whipped, and it brings you back down to earth real quick. Like, oh, okay. We not even close to being there. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden it's like, all right, we got that one out the way. Let's get it.
And truth be told, it's not like when the media takes that stance that the Knicks were built to compete against Boston. The Knicks feel the same way. You know what I mean? Like so the fact that it was Boston and the way it happened with all this talk, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made conscious efforts tonight to address you know what I mean, the things that killed them in the first game, in my opinion. Number one, the rebounding. You know what I mean? That Cat with 15 rebounds, that's big. He had 8 the first game. That's not enough. You know what I mean? So that's a nice turn of events, turnaround. Josh Hart had the double with 10 rebounds as well. You know what I mean? That's what we need from him. So right there, that's 25 rebounds from 2 starters. You know what I mean? Like, and then the way we defended the 3, I'm not gonna say we had him shoot 10%. You know what I mean? But the defense, the recovery, everything was right on point to get in people's faces.
Yeah. Do you want to see Cat in the post more?
I like how much he was there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I like how much he was there tonight. I think he was 2 for 2 from 3. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't want him to. I don't want if it's 11 shots. That's what he took tonight.
11
You
shots.
know what I mean?
11 shots.
Yeah, if it's 11, I'm not mad with only 2 of those being threes. You know what I mean? Like I don't want him to take away from the post to shoot an extra 3. You know what I mean? Like so. I thought it was gonna be 50-50 his shot attempts as far as post and 3-pointers.
Yeah.
I don't really necessarily want that. I'd rather him more in the paint than or mixing it up, but you know what I mean, but not necessarily 50-50.
I mean, you know, I want his shot attempts. Even if we count the free throws, his shot attempts were
with 5
16.
more.
I want his shot attempts to be 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're shooting 20 shots, then I don't care if 8 of them are threes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I want his shot attempts to be 20. I think he should be shooting 20. That's what he's here for. And I know we got other guys, blah, blah, blah. And tonight is a night that maybe he didn't have to. On a night where OG's not scoring, I need to be putting up 20 shots. You know what I'm saying? Got to. Caller, do me a favor. Can you turn that down in the back and we'll get you online as soon as you turn that down?
I was listening to y'all at the same time. My bad.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, brother? How you feeling?
Oh, he's calling.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Let you know if you used the word right.
Yeah, let me know if I used the word
what's
right.
happening, Tony?
I don't even remember the word, but yeah.
Peace, Isaiah.
Yeah, I was just I just wanted to shout y'all out because I was, on Queen's Court last night, and they was talking about how we panicking and stuff like that. But it was just good to see like Macau found his groove and everybody seemed like they're slowly but surely gonna understand everything they need to do, man. It was a nice game to watch, especially since it was Indiana. I think the thing is they're just really feeling each other out. So I believe Cat will know where to shoot as time goes on. He'll know when he needs to go and shoot more. Because if you watch, when I watch Brunson, the one thing I notice is Brunson already has the instinct for when he needs to take over, when he needs to do certain things. But I think Cat's is feeling his way in, just like Macau's feeling his way in. And just even watching OG, they're all just feeling it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're gonna be fine as we go forward, man. We just got to be a little patient with them. It's cohesion and it's chemistry like that's needed now more than anything because the skill set is there.
Yeah,
we just need chemistry. But I'm really, really excited about watching Macau and the aggressiveness and the way he's going because everybody was kind of feeling shaky about him for a minute, but I always been watching him even when he's with the Nets and in the Phoenix. And the one thing about him is he's a dog, and I think tonight he's slowly showing you like how much of a dog he could be. You know what I mean? And I think opposed to looking for one person to go off every night, I think what's going to happen is I think we're going to finally see a lot of balanced scoring. Like, even if you watch Josh, you see, like, all of a sudden Josh is like, somebody must have told him, man, shoot. do what you normally do. Because he seemed really relaxed tonight. So
Yeah.
I found that interesting. But I didn't want to hold y'all up too much. Just wanted to give y'all a quick comment and go.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
Peace. Yeah. Josh Hart, definitely played his game tonight. That's what we got to get from Josh Hart. He's got to be a scoring threat. He don't have to give you 20 every night, but he's got to be a scoring threat out there. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be a scoring threat. He's got to
I
be.
agree.
He's got to be a scoring threat.
Keep the defense honest.
Keep everybody honest. Put the way that he pushes the pace in transition. We need Josh Hart to do that. That's going to be a key part of this offense, right? To keep the defense on their toes, help keep them off of the glass, the offensive glass. Yeah. Need Josh Hart to do that. You know what I mean? Because we don't have anybody else that's going to push the pace like that. I mean, when you think about it, this is kind of a slow team, right?
We say that every year, Tim.
I mean, we don't got guys zooming up the court and all of that. We're kind of a slow half-court style team. We can push the pace a little bit with Josh Hart, but for the most part, we're a slow half-court team.
Yeah.
And I think Tibbs likes it that way. I don't think Tibbs can take a zoom like Indiana Pacers pace. Tibbs can't take it. He'll have a heart attack on the sideline. He can't take that. He can't. That's too much. I can't take that.
You remember at one point when we was playing fast? I think it might have been 2 years ago, and like we started the season off playing fast, and Tibbs kind of shut it down. It's too much chaos for him. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you. I don't think Tibbs likes it. He says he wants to push the pace, but he don't want it. He don't want it zooming back and forth like that. He want to be able to control it. He's like, push off. If you're getting steals, go ahead, push every time. You know what I mean? That's how he wants the game to be fast.
Yeah. Right.
If it's off
right.
steal or you know what I mean?
Right. But he don't want
rebound.
He don't want that. Let's get it out. They scored. Get it out. Nah, Tibbs will have a heart attack because when you start playing like that, guys start going off the handle and doing wild stuff and making mistakes and all kinds of craziness. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs wants it under control so he can look at it and see what's happening, what's going on, and make decisions and all that kind of stuff. Tibbs will have a heart attack over there on the sideline. Like right now we hear him yelling, "Push it, go, go, go." You'll be hearing him on, "Slow it down." Bugging out, "Slow it down.
Get a good shot."
Yeah.
And he, you know what it is though. He's okay with it until you miss. You know what I mean? Like we could be on a little run,
or you make a little some kind of crazy bad mistake, and you see him on the sideline,
get a quick shot.
Listen, his favorite words. I was behind when the Knicks were in Washington. I was behind the bench. I don't know, 10 rows behind the bench, something like that. Every other time he turned around, Jesus effing Christ. Every time he turned around, that's his favorite words. I'm telling you, that's his favorite words, man. Tibbs. Nice win tonight, though, for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Really nice win for the Knicks. They needed that one, and I'm sure it built their confidence. You know what I mean? It builds the confidence of the players, the coaching staff, the fans, everybody within the organization that, okay, all right, you know what? That was first game in Boston, blase, blase, bloom. Now, let's get busy. You know what I mean? And, yeah. Somebody said earlier today the Knicks were going to go 3-10 to start the season. I'm not seeing, I don't know. I mean, I know, the schedule is not easy, but this team is, I think they're a focused team. I mean, listen, they've always been a focused team. They were a focused team last year. and I think they'll continue to be a focused team. I don't know if they're going to go 3-10. Let's see. Who do we play? We got the Cavs on Monday, right? That's going to be a good game. We got the Heat on Wednesday. We got the Pistons on Friday. Then we got the Rockets Monday, November 4th. The Hawks Wednesday, November 6th. All of these games, we can win every single. Then the Bucks on Friday, November 8th, we can win every single one of them. I mean, this.
I like that Monday, Wednesday, Friday games.
Yeah,
I get to see at least 2 of them.
we can win them. We can win them. Player of the game for you tonight? Any player of the game?
It's tough. Like, you could go with Cat, but I'm going with Mikal. But I ain't mad at anybody going with Cat or whoever, Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with Mikal just because he turned it around in that second half of the Boston game, and he kept it going. You know what I mean?
Mikal Bridges tonight, 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, 21 points, 5 assists, 3 for 4 from the free throw line for Mikal. A lot of guys had great numbers. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks. He shot 45% from the field, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. So, yeah. I would, I can rock with Mikal Bridges too, player of the game.
It's funny, Sid? When Cat missed the free throw,
mm-hmm.
I was cursing at the TV. Come on, man, you trying to be 50, 40, 90, you missed the free throw. But he was 9 for 10, so he was 90. So
Right.
I can't get mad.
Yeah, make it make sense. Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Great show, guys." Well, wait till you see the next one, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. Make it make sense, but wait till you see the next one as we get ready to head to the Losers Lounge.
You know what's crazy, Sue?
You know what I mean?
The last Losers Lounge we did was against the Pacers.
Okay.
So it's full circle.
No doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna head over to the Losers Lounge. Keep your notifications on. You'll get the notification that we're going to start in probably 10 to 15 minutes. Get our first Losers Lounge of the season in, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your time. We're up out of it. And the phone lines will be open during the Losers Lounge, too. So be ready to call in, folks. We'll be out of here. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. Tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.